I don't know how to do that. Do I have a local library?
Bad connection going into a tunnel.
We're not the bad guys here. That just only exists in Marvel movies. What's up, Walking Miracle?
Brooke, is everything going on? Is everything okay over there?
What are we calling not digital marketing? Are we calling it analog marketing? Because when I Google analog marketing, I don't like the results.
I think we're just calling it marketing.
Just marketing.
Just marketing.
That's how you know I've been in digital marketing for too long.
So today I had a in-home design consult, like not quite an hour from here. She was a referral from a lady who I helped with her house. Like she brought me the floor plans and then I did all of her, like we did 3D renderings, all her fixtures, finishes, paint schedule, all of it in like her nice little project booklet. So she sent me a referral and
Hmm.
this lady, it's going to be just more furniture and accessories and we're starting with her living room. And she did what I love. she goes, so I didn't tell my husband you came today. She's like, he keeps like he was wanting her to wait and she's finally was just like, I'm just gonna do this and I'm gonna do it how because they're kind of empty nesters and they're not quite retirement, but they're empty nesters. She's like, I'm ready to have something nice and I'm just gonna do it. And I said, often is the case that the husband just wants you happy. And as long as you don't disturb the pocketbook too much, he's not gonna say anything about what you do as long as you're happy.
Can we look at
So
all of Brooke's cords if she can't find the adapter? No, isn't that always how it is? It's like husband's fine as long as you're not spending.
and we worry too much, like, "Oh my gosh, what's he gonna say? What's he gonna say?" He doesn't care. Just don't spend too much money, and as long as you're happy because 'cause you're not bothering him about it.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
yeah. Don't ask for his advice.
yeah,
Just
don't
go.
ask for his advice, just let it be done. And she's in that stage of life too where I was like, "Okay, so I can either deliver things where you get, like, basically a shopping list and a space plan to tell you how to get all the stuff, like, this was COVID era when we couldn't go into people's houses, but you have a shopping list and your space plan, you put all the pieces together, or I can come put the pieces together for you," and she's like, "I want option B." She's like, "I want you just to show up and do the things for me." I was like, "That I can do, ma'am. That I can
I
do."
pulled the plug the other day and bought these really cute green sofa and chairs, and they're from a local store
Can you
here.
hear me?
We can hear
Yes.
you, but now we can't see you. You know what's wild is you do Zoom meetings all day long.
And the one time.
And then we're trying over here to have a fancy podcast. And
Brooke, is this how you start all of your client meetings?
Yes.
Brooke, she changed the name of
ah!
I hate technology. We can hear you, we can see you, your skin is glowing, the red lipstick is on point. First of all, I need to backtrack for just a second. Hannah, tell me, I think you were saying green chairs and you left me on the hook, and I'm just like, I need to hear about this.
They're really, really cute, like a green velvety, I don't know if it was velvet, but sofa and chairs from like a very nice place in town on like Facebook Marketplace.
I'm
And I'm
gonna need
like,
you to send pictures to me.
I'll go find it. But I almost pulled the gun and then I was like, I will have to paint my kitchen cabinets a different color, paint my house, like get a
Would it be
different
worth it?
rug because the rug I have is got blue in it.
Hey,
We'd have to
it might work. It
work.
might work. Just send me pictures. It might work.
I'm gonna go find them, see if they're still. I almost did it, and I was like, because I'm so tired of our uncomfortable leather chair.
Hi, welcome back to another episode of Out of the Group Chat podcast.
Yes.
I'm Mary
I am no
Kate.
longer sick.
Brooke, I hope she doesn't throw up on this episode. I'm Mary Kate. I'm here with Hannah, and I Hate Technology has joined the group chat.
The
Uh,
problem is when the society transferred their decision of use from USB to USB-C, and I needed turns out 2 adapters, and I only had 1 adapter, but I do have 2 adapters as it turns out in a box in my. Have you seen the meme that's like, "You're not gonna need the cords, throw them out." Guess who needed them today?
Yeah, like sometimes if you have the adapter to go into the USB to the B and it's like, no, there's not enough power, can't run that. So,
Well,
anyways, let's look at the list and jump right into it.
I have something exciting for you guys. It's not quite on the list yet.
Let's hear it.
Just now, while looking for an adapter, I found this in my desk.
What is that?
That Black Beauty.
This, my friends, is all the poetry I wrote in grade school because I'm the original Taylor Swift.
Read something right now. Read something
Okay,
right now.
Yes, yes, yes.
this reminds me of 8 Seconds when he has that friend who was always writing poetry. Okay. Ooh. Well, it's the first one. Do you want the first one? It's called The Calming of the Thunderstorm. This was written in 1995 when I was in 2nd grade. It says so right here. Lightning flashes, thunder booms, a zillion raindrops hide the moon. It pours, it soars, it rips, it roars. It wants to rip off all the doors. The rivers rise, they grow in size. It will wake you in the morning, and you will surely hear the old man snoring. The clouds go away with the light of the day. Now the birds are singing, and the church bells are ringing. You're welcome.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on the next episode.
Oh my God.
People are like, "Did you always know you were a writer?" No, but apparently I had big hopes. Big hopes. This thing is full of those. Pretty proud of
I
that.
love it.
I love it because I can just imagine little Brooke in your room, just like, oh, this is gonna
This is a
hit.
banger.
This is
Yeah.
Anger.
Thank you for sharing that, Brooke. That was really special.
You're welcome. Snaps for 2nd grade me.
Okay, well, Hannah, if you don't have any poetry for us, oh,
I don't. What I would do to see some of my journals from when I was a kid. I don't know if they all got ruined in the hurricane. I need to go look through my parents' unit and see what survived. I know baby pictures survived. We were looking for those the other day, and my mom was like, "No, I know I have them. I just don't know exactly where yours are. We found everybody else's."
I just took a little preview of our notes that we're going to tackle today, and I would like to start with why you're not going to read lessons in chemistry, but we believe you should.
okay. I love these because context for anybody here. We have a running like shared note where we put all our information, ideas, and stuff of what we're going to talk about. So I put on there why I'm convinced to not read lessons in chemistry. It wasn't like a day later. I don't know, very much later. I checked it right underneath it. There was an addition. Reasons why we are making MK read lessons in chemistry.
It's so good.
It's
It's
really
so
good.
good.
It was just like the little bits and
Our
pieces you were
play-by-play,
telling me.
like we were in the trenches of book trauma, and Hannah Moe and I were commiserating of, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy." And you're like, "No,
It
look at
made
this.
you
It's
have the
terrible."
feels. Like I want a book that makes me feel things. I loved it.
No, I don't like to feel. It was like all the things that you were telling me, I'm like, that doesn't sound like a good time. Like, why would I insert myself in that purposely?
Hannah Moe sent a message that said, "Did you know this is a TV show?" Everything in
did
our life. Yeah, I did know it was a TV show because the reason I learned about the book is because I was watching 15-second TikToks about the TV show and thought, I should read the book before I watch that TV show. And here we are.
The show is cute. It doesn't follow the book, obviously, like exactly. I do wish the only thing I wish the difference in the book and the movie is I wish the big reveal at the end, they do it in the chemistry office and they don't in the movie or in the show. They
Oh,
don't do the big reveal thing. They do it in a different way. So I
wow.
didn't feel like it was like as
As
empowered.
confrontational.
Yes.
I enjoyed reading it because it's set in the 50s, and my grandmother would have been around the same age as this
Mm.
was going down, and I think, if I'm good at my math, maybe. I enjoyed, like, the thought process of my grandma going through this time frame of life.
I listened to it. I
I
didn't
did
read it.
too. Who reads books with kids?
My sister-in-law does. Mary Kate does. Oh, and Merrick, yeah.
I don't, I can't, I don't do audiobooks unless I'm like driving a lot. I read. I'm really glad that you guys love this book. I love that journey for you, but it's just
Maybe
not
not.
going to be a journey that I'm going to take as
That's
well.
fine.
I'm
Your body,
dis
your choice.
Two opposite reactions.
Okay, so 2 things on that. So 1, I am reading some good books right now, but
Mm.
my friend sent me this thing that she's like, "You girls need to do it for the podcast." And it's like a series of photos, and it's like what Brooke's reading right now, what Hannah's reading right now, what Mary Kate's reading right now, like our favorite thing to eat. Like it's like our favorites. It's
Yeah, I've seen
super,
that.
super cute, and we can put it on the socials.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
let's
I'll
do
send
that.
it to you. It's super, super cute.
You know, my
Okay.
favorite thing to eat right now is
What?
sustainable oysters from Blackjack Oyster Company here in town.
What
Do
a
oysters.
tourism small town plug. You are such a tourism
love
girl,
that.
and I love it.
But really, y'all should come try the oysters. They're really good.
I can't do oysters. I'm sorry.
Really? I love oysters.
I can't do land or sea oysters.
Well, I'm with you on 50% of that. Your hair looks really nice today.
Thank you. So, the last few times I've gone, she's been doing a gloss treatment. Oh my god. Blanket twins.
I do not have that blanket.
Mary Kay sent it to me for my birthday, like 2
I
years
would
ago.
send one to you, but I don't have any more. I could steal one. We do have one at our house in Arizona. I could just steal that there and send it to you.
Or you could go to Arizona and get it yourself.
Accurate.
We're working on that. We're working on
Okay, so the other thing I was gonna say, so what I'm reading right now, I'm reading Addie LaRue right now.
Oh, so good. That's
I
so
love
good.
it. It's a slow read, so I
Mhm.
read it when I'm just like little bits and pieces.
What is it? I'll download it.
Invisible Life of Addie LaRue.
And it is a slow read, but it is beautifully written.
It is. And
So
then just got done. Before that, I finished Summer Wives, which was by the same author as The Secret Life of Violet Grant that I was like obsessing over. I
Mhm.
liked it, but not as much as the other book. And then there's some other books that, that I read on my Kindle, not in paperback form.
So I am listening to The Love Hypothesis by Allie Hazelwood because my sister-in-law has been trying to get me to read Allie Hazelwood forever. So we'll see. So far it's like a little too cutesy for me, but my sister-in-law also likes like hockey romances and stuff. I'm gonna try it. You do too?
Yeah.
Hockey.
Yeah, like there's a whole
I like spicy light. Yeah.
like fun little light hockey romance stories.
Hmm.
But I did just finish House of Flame and Shadow, which is one of the most recent Crescent series book by Sarah J. Maas. And like if you're not in that world, that's a whole thing. And this book like culminated 3 of her different worlds or 2 of her different worlds that she's written about into this book.
I pre-ordered a Kristen Hanna book and I forgot. It's still on pre-order, but it's here on my Kindle. I forgot that I did that. I had big ambitions. That I was going to read my Kindle. I'm proud of me.
My sister-in-law said I could download the Kindle app, and if I have Kindle Unlimited, I can read whatever, but they also have audiobooks. Whereas with like Audible, I pay for so many a month.
Yeah.
And then I use Libby, like with our local library, and download audiobooks that way. And
Okay, I
then
felt peer pressured about getting books via Libby from the local library because of Merrick's post. I don't know how to do that. Do I have a local library?
do you?
I think you probably do somewhere.
You can go get a library card at any library. Like I could go to Corpus and get a library card.
Listen,
I just
rule
feel
follower me was like,
very
I don't think there's one in my county, so I guess I don't have a library.
there's one.
Your county has to be a part of at least an online version of a library.
That's like an American staple is having a public library right next to the post office. I get very overwhelmed when I go in our library, but then I was like channeling into like 3rd grade Mary Kate that had to learn how to read a card catalog and find books.
Do kids have to do that?
I don't think so.
One of the homeschool groups in town does it. That was her answer when I asked. So how do you incorporate? I went in to tour and they were all using like paper textbooks and I saw no computers, which is fine. I was like, so how do you incorporate technology into your homeschooling program? Because, we live in the 21st century. She was like, oh, we go to the library and we teach them how to use the online catalog system. And I was like, that is not the answer I was hoping. I would hope that you were teaching kids how to use like Google Suite, Word, Excel, like all things that children should be coming out of school with.
What are your plans for Valentine's Day?
I don't know, but I really think the Chiefs are going to bring it home on Sunday. Taylor's boyfriend. I'll bet you $100.
Mike made plans for us for Valentine's Day. I actually kind of forgot It's Valentine's Day, but we are going to one of my favorite little restaurants, The Groove, and they always have live music and it's like really intimate. It's a real cute little spot. So excited about that.
Another hometown plug. I love it.
Damon and I are going to swing by the Dollar General and get our frozen pizza. Welcome to rural America.
Joseph asked if I wanted to do anything, and I was like, is it bad that I just no? I would just like to stay at home. All right, let's look at the list here. Do we want to start with from the algorithm or therapy? I was driving when I put one of these on here, I recall, and I didn't know where to stick it. So I just was like, it's under therapy, but it's not what you think.
What is it?
Cultural references in the Trolls movie. I've had to explain so many things to our kids, and I think it's hysterical. Like the other day,
Da,
Tucker's
da,
like, what is it? Tucker
da,
goes, what does it mean to frost your tips?
Damon Cody Taylor had frosted tips. He
Right.
did look like he was in a boy band. We listened to the Trolls every morning on the way to school. I think Elsie and I have choreography. We're basically a girl band at this
Yeah.
point.
Ours are obsessed. Yeah. So there's that. The other thing he asked me the other day from Trolls, he goes, Mom, what's a narc? And I was like, oh, we used like brothers and sisters. We used to say that all the time. Quit being a narc. But you don't
Being a
really hear
narc.
that anymore. And I said, well, it's kind of like being a tattletale. He's like, oh, so then I can hear them saying it to each other. And I was like, that just 90s kids' heart is just fluttering right now.
Some of my girl groups here, we went out somewhere and one of them's husband started a new business and it's like they moor boats, which means like they move the big boats and like help ships and help them dock or whatever, right? Well, a lot of the people that work for them are young and so they keep like using slang that none of us know. And so then we keep texting it to each other to be like, can anyone find this word on TikTok? So we're
Um,
like, we can figure it out.
that junior high life has really elevated my vocabulary. Also, this whole thing, yeah,
What is that?
that's a it basically says I'm too busy to hear what you're saying. I'm too busy mewing. They call it mewing. And so they're like, you know that thing with the neck where they're like they suck in their neck and make them look like really skinny. But basically it's like their version of talk to the hand. Like I don't have time to talk to you. Like I'm too busy and I don't care what you're saying to me. So they'll do it. They did it to one of the teachers and she didn't know. And me and the teacher that I help, I was like, we're on this. We know exactly what that means. And you write him up for that. I've learned all kinds of stuff. I've learned standing on business. There's that one. It means like they're serious. She's standing on business. Like she means business. Instead of saying she means business, they say standing on business. Cap and no cap going around.
Yeah, I knew. Oh, this.
Okay, do our 3 listeners know why you keep talking about middle schoolers? Because I can't remember if you told everyone. Like, I mean, honestly, without any reference, you just talking about random middle schoolers all the time is kind of hilarious. Maybe we shouldn't tell them, but
I'm not
I
going
don't
to
think
tell
you
them.
told them.
I think it's funnier this way. They need to just
Okay.
piece together. If they know me in real life, they know why. But I think it's funnier for those that don't, and they can just kind of piece together like, why is this woman so deeply connected with junior high culture?
To junior high culture. Great, honestly.
This girl is a junior high teacher, and her. So I don't even follow
She's
her.
hilarious.
Her
Also, some
stuff.
of the stuff she says, I'm like, ha I don't know what I would do in that situation.
I need to follow her, honestly. The one where so she saw like a group of teenagers huddled around, and there was like a lighter, and it looked like they all had something betwixt their fingers. And she got up there and was like, "Hey, boys," and it was spaghetti noodles.
Oh my gosh. They would do that. Those freaking
The
kids would
one
do
that
that.
made me completely gasp out loud is because she was pregnant. Boys, I assume was like pull out game week and just like kept going underneath his desk.
That kid, that kid would have ended up in AEP for sure.
No, but like also accurate.
It is. Okay,
Oh
Hannah, tell me
gosh.
why you hate Nespresso.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Y'all, I don't understand the hype with the Nespresso, okay?
What's
I
an
feel like
espresso? Like the machine?
like the
Oh.
pod thing, kind of like K-cups, right? But like fancier 'cause
Mhm.
it's espresso. It's trash. The
Oh,
coffee tastes bad.
good, huh?
I've ordered all the different ones. They're expensive, okay? Every single time you make it, it makes like a foam on top, and the foam is gross. It's not like good foam, it's like bitter. And I feel like everyone really hyped these Nespressos up, and I spent all this money. And like I even got the syrups to like make my coffee drinks at home. No. So I actually gave it away the other day, like probably right after I put it on the list. But someone was asking me like, "Oh, is an espresso worth it?" And I was like, I wouldn't buy one again, and I don't think they're good. And then I had my mom order an espresso machine to the t-shirt shop. So now I can make coffee up there.
Oh, you mean an espresso? I was
And
like, an e okay,
and
espresso,
it
not
and it's
Nespresso. I was
yeah,
like,
an
"Girl,
espresso.
that doesn't make any sense."
An espresso.
So
But now we
I've
don't have a coffee maker at our house. And now I have
I
to
put
figure out
out 99% of coffee. Like, I
that
just don't drink it.
great for
Oh,
you.
well,
Well,
that's
honestly,
fantastic
I
for you,
am
but that
it's my
journey is not
journey.
one that I'm gonna be on.
Yeah, no, for sure. Totally fair. I don't have any hormones, right? I have no estrogen. And so apparently with like on this get fit journey, cutting out caffeine has been really helpful to me because my hormones are all out of whack and then my body doesn't know what weight it's supposed to be at. And so cutting caffeine has like really helped in that process. So I do love coffee. I just decided skinny is better than coffee. Healthy is better than coffee, I should say. No one come after me for
Is
that.
this maybe the reason why our not so favorite type of client is the way they are because they need to cut out caffeine and coffee?
Are we gonna go there? 'Cause, like, okay, listen, everyone, our 3 followers, we all own small businesses, and we found across the board independently, and one day I think we'd all been struggling with a client. I don't even wanna say this because we were all about to be in this demographic eventually. The 40-year-old white woman is the hardest client to please when it comes to marketing and communications. The hardest client,
Mhm,
period, right?
mhm.
We're gonna be the 40-year-old white woman. So difficult.
But do you know who our favorite type of client is? The total opposite. The 40-year-old man who just says, "Yeah, do whatever you think, just
Great.
send me an invoice.
Yeah, that's great. I love it. You did a great job.
You did a great job, good work, send me an invoice." No feedback, just loves what you're doing, favorite clients across the board.
Yeah, I heard something recently that was like, you can't be an expert within 40 miles of your hometown, and I feel like that's super true because anywhere in your hometown, you have to, like, prove to
Mhm.
someone.
That's why I wouldn't build websites in town for the longest time, because I was like, I am gonna get somebody. And don't get me wrong, I had this really fun client, Steve Russell. He's a very famous painter in my hometown.
Ooh, shout out. That's the
And
3rd one of
I
local
built
tourism to Rockport.
I built his website years ago, and he's incredibly intelligent. So like he updates it himself. I do nothing for him anymore, but my name's still on it. I guess people saw that I built his. So then I had this really fun demographic of like 60 and 70-year-old ladies who have no idea what all like website, social media, any of it. And they're all artists. They're fun because they're artists. So they're creative. So they like get the process. And I did like a slew of those, like 5 or 6 of them, because it was like word of mouth, because it's going to happen. I'm going to get the local client that's like, well, I thought you could do this. And it's like something that you can't even do. I can't remember, Brooke, when we were at a job together or on a job together, I can remember someone like pitching this idea and being like, yeah, make this ad clickable and this thing will pop out and we'll do this. And we're like, that you can't do that. The technology literally isn't
Oh,
there yet. Like, cool idea.
I remember that, and we were like, "We're not the bad guys here. That just only exists in Marvel movies.
Okay, I
That's
will
not
say the
real."
caveat that I am learning though, yes, that 40-year-olds in marketing communications, no es bueno. But I will say when I'm experiencing them in the world of interior design,
Oh, I bet.
They're excited.
I can get on board because, like, the one I went to visit today, she's at a phase where she's an empty nester, but she's not
Mhm.
gonna retire. She's like, "I can have nice things now. I've dealt with little kids and all this crap for all these years." Like, she showed me this bookcase and it was full of trophies and stuff of her kids. She's like, "My oldest is 29. Why do I still have this?" She's like, "Get rid of all of it."
What are you gonna
Younger
do with
than
it?
that.
Well, she's
Like,
gonna box it up and keep it, but like,
So
they're
I
just in
have
this phase where they're
a
like, "It's my
get rid of
turn.
it.
I want pretty things. Make it beautiful for me."
I do feel like as a mom, who wants to have a curated, cool space, I spend a lot of my cleanup time like peeling stickers off my furniture and be like, keep it in your kid area.
I was just doing the math to see when I would be an empty nester.
It's gonna be a while.
The earliest it would be 50, and that's if I don't have another kid.
It's gonna
I
be
don't want to be an empty nester. Wherever Elsie goes, I will be having a condo or something in said town.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna split our time. We're gonna be in Arizona, and then our other base is gonna be wherever our kids are at.
Listen, you don't need to pay for daycare. I'll be retired. I am grandma daycare.
Absolutely. I can't wait to be a grandma. It's gonna be so fun.
Oh, well, I would be such a fun grandma. All the stuff I say no to now, I will say yes to then. You want to
You're
paint in the
literally
middle
giving
of the rug? Yeah, great.
you're giving me heart palpitations talking about being a grandma.
Why? I can't wait to be old and senile. It's going to be
Me
so
too.
exciting. I'll be walking around. Like, first of all, people pay me now to come do keynotes and be inspirational. Imagine how inspirational I'll be when I'm like 72 and a grandma. I'll be like, what's up, walking miracle? Have to up
But
my
you know
rates a
what
little
though?
bit.
That's gonna be your upsell and be like, what did you accomplish in your life? Let me tell you what I've done.
Fair.
Not died.
Twice.
Someone's gonna be offended by this.
Sorry, trigger warning. We
I
talk
love
about dying.
I love it.
We're not dying.
Okay, speaking of hair, I got bangs. Well, they're not like real bangs. They're like baby
Oh,
step
the what are
curtain
these
bangs.
called?
Curtain bangs.
Curtain bangs.
You asked me about my hair. She's been doing a glossing treatment because I felt
Uh-huh.
like I was just feeling dull and just like my color
That's
was getting
exactly how I would
refreshed.
describe you, Miss Sunshine. Dull.
I highly recommend a gloss treatment.
I do it now because you told me to.
Oh, and we're baby stepping these bangs. I do like them when I'll like have my hair in a claw and then I got these little swoopies. I'm like, "Oh, I'm so
Can I show you
90s."
guys, since we're talking about hair, I need you guys to see this. If you're listening to the podcast, I will describe it like an alt caption. This is a hair clippy that was Santa brought my child. It's a golden retriever. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
It came in her stocking.
Did Santa put that in her stocking knowing that you might want to usurp it at some point?
Listen, I've got my Chiefs gear on today. It's Super Bowl weekend, and Taylor Swift deserves her golden retriever boyfriend. Yeah. Okay. Listen, I thought about if I were to go to a Taylor Swift concert, what outfit I would want to wear. Because that's part of it, right? You have to wear
Yeah.
an outfit and you're in an era. What era would you guys be?
I'm gonna have a confession here. I don't know the options.
You're just gonna go with the original album debut.
Sure.
Yeah, that's you. No, actually that fits. You would just wear your hair crazy and wild and crazy and sparkles, and you love sparkles and pink, so that works well.
I'm trying to think if
Reputation for sure. That's what you're
either
doing, right?
yeah, it'd have to be Reputation or like her first album that ever came out. I could sing every single one of those songs. My guy friends were like, "Stop singing. You're sad." Teardrops on my
Well,
guitar.
that's debut. So if I'm not going with no, I'm gonna go with Andrea Swift. I'm just gonna dress as Taylor's mom because that's what I want to be. Is Taylor's mom.
But can you imagine how much fun her parents have?
Oh yeah.
I love the TikToks about Scott Swift. He's just like walking around with guitar picks and giving people upgrades. He just on his little scooter and his wristbands. He's having a great time.
That's why you just need to push Elsie to like be something fantastic when she grows up so you can just like ride her coattails and have the best time.
Like she just is always she's just a little performer. She makes up her own songs. So listen, she might have got it from her mom, a little bit of poetry action. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Just remember to invite us
My
along and
favorite
make
thing
sure she saves a seat for us.
Perfect. Listen, if Elsie ends up in Nashville, we're all going to Santa's to celebrate. You don't okay, Santa's
about
is a
what's
local bar that I feel like tourists are now starting to figure out. It's in a random part of town close to the fairgrounds, but it's like a double wide trailer that's always decorated for Christmas and there's karaoke.
Fair.
Name a place that the three of us are better suited for. This is
Fair.
it.
I could do it.
This is it. A great time.
I do love Reed's doing this thing now where if I sing, "You are my sunshine, my only sunshine," now he says, he'll like pick up words and he'll be like, "Sunshine." And he'll be like, "Happy." Like as I'm singing, like right after the skies are gray, gray.
Your
He's
hype
like your
guy.
backup
He's your
singer.
hype guy.
It's so cute. The other night I went in and Reed was having a little bit of a difficult time. And I'm like, all right, buddy, like I'll lay here. Let me sing. You want me to sing? I start singing. He goes, no, mama. I'm like, no, you don't want me to sing? He goes, Dada sing. I'm like, what? He goes, no, no, mama, Dada sing. And I was like, are you requesting for your dad to come in here and sing to you? And he was like, yes.
We
And he
love a
goes,
request.
yes. I had to walk out and be like, your son is requesting your vocal talents over mine, which is totally fair. Like Mike's a singer. Broke my heart a little bit. I'm like, Reed, you don't want mama to sing to you?
Or
No. Dada sing. I'm like,
he's so cute.
What's a poppy soda and why are they trash?
look, I've already bashed one brand today, okay,
Did you
guys?
write
No,
that
that's
on the
hers
note?
too. That's hers too. She was on a vengeance.
Y'all, it's been a while. I was just I don't know. Okay. They're kind of like they're gut healthy and probiotic and all of that, right? Kind of like I guess like a
Oh.
kombucha. So they're like, here, replace, like I ordered a couple to try or bought a couple to try. My sister-in-law loves them. My nephew loves them. I'm like, I think you just love them because they're hyped on TikTok. Tried one because I've started drinking way more healthy, like so much water, like electrolytes and liquid IV and eating healthy and all of the things, but I still crave a Dr. Pepper.
It's those 23 flavors. Suck you in.
So I got like the Dr. Pepper, the fake Dr. Pepper one, and it tasted like homemade root beer, maybe. I don't know. It was bad. It was bad. So then I opened a different one, like a strawberry one, and it was just as bad.
If you didn't drink Dr. Pepper for a year and then you had one of those, you'd be like, oh, this tastes pretty good.
Maybe. Maybe that's it.
Designer Mary
That's why my
Kate. How long have you had
yes,
that
I've
bed?
Oh, this is my IKEA bed that I bought when I had my apartment when I first
Right
moved
after.
here, like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
And my
that's what I
friend
thought.
Erin was coming to visit me, and I had no furniture in my guest room. So when I picked her up from the airport, we made like a side detour to IKEA, bought this bed and this like really cheap IKEA mattress, and that's what I did
It's
for
super
my
comfy.
guest room. But it has a very different mattress now. That was the first thing to go when Joseph's
Oh.
like, you can keep the
Well,
bed, but the mattress is trash.
I love that you, as someone who likes to change out your furniture because your family owns a furniture store, that you have kept to that. Like you love it.
Like a little piece of my younger single 20s era, and it
Yeah.
works.
I remember when I took a flight to come visit that apartment. It was a good time.
The other day,
oh man.
the kids like to go through old photos on my phone,
By my
and they were going through here. Lila was going through my phone the other day, and she's like, "Who's this?" It was a picture of Molly in our kitchen in our old house, but she wasn't even
Mm.
born yet. Lila wasn't even born, and then I, like, swiped a couple more, and it was you at the dollar store with all this, like, baby swag, and because I was pregnant with Lila,
Yes.
and
Yeah,
so
and I got her those little pink Converse.
she's like, "What is she doing?" I'm like, "She's buying you great gifts is what she's doing."
Yes.
And then
While
we
we're
had that
talking about
picture, the
that,
one that I sent you when you came back the second time, and she was
Yeah.
like 5 months old or 6 months old.
two things. This is the picture that I got of Reba. It came back.
Are
Isn't that beautiful?
you gonna frame it? Or is it framed
I
already?
am. No, he like just put it on a piece of wood, so I
Oh,
need to
okay.
frame it. But it's a fine art piece done by J-Bo Art.
That's a custom framer for sure.
That's a
Um,
custom framer. I do like kinda like
well,
that wood almost as like the matting.
I know. I think I could find a frame and use the matting. I kind of like it like that. So I just have to get it on there right. But that reminds me of Brooke, you sent me the picture of Elsie. All her cows. All her cows.
All of her cows. Yes.
The gift
So
I bought Elsie was a custom little cow that had her name on it. And then you lost one at one point.
we've lost several at this point. Now, if you go to the Etsy shop, the example says Elsie on it.
You just need to put that on
I
auto
think we
ship.
were at like 15 or 16.
She's
Yeah,
ordered a
15
bunch of
or
them.
16.
But last
Yeah, I do have one hidden. I always have one hidden in the top of the closet currently, always, at all times. You just never know. So she has 4 in active rotation right now. You snowballed this. You did not even know what you were doing to my mom life by gifting that because now, like multiple times a day, we have the panic like a rancher of who left the gate open. Where are the cows? How are we going to get the cows? How fast can I get the cows? Can I take all of my cows to school? Why not? Will they be in the car when you pick me up from school? Look what you did to my life, Hannah Mo.
Oh, little did I know.
You didn't know.
Mary Kate, do your kids have, like, Reed hasn't warmed up to one specific toy or blanket or anything. Did your kids have a thing?
It's on a rotation.
That gun.
So,
I said that gun.
oh yeah, that's
Tucker,
always
didn't he
the
have to like
Tucker and his guns. They go in phases. So right now, the cool thing are these like stuffed animal slap bracelets. It's like a stuffed animal on a slap
Mhm.
bracelet. They get them
We
from
have those.
a fundraiser that they do at school. The kids had some money and they wanted more of them. So I went on Amazon and found like an 8-pack, right? So I was like, okay, you guys need to pool your money together and I'll order some for you. So there's like some bargaining there. Like they each had to put in like $14. So they finally decide, of course, Tucker, like he wants to put his money up, but then he wants it back. He doesn't like to give it and then he not see it again. I'm like, that's not how this works. So we get the slap bracelets in yesterday. Immediately they start fighting over them. And I said, look, we're not going to do this. We are not going to fight over these things. I will put them in the package just as fast as you got them out and I will send them back and you will not get a refund. So they were fighting over who was going to get who. And I said, all right, this is how we're going to do this. Put them all in a pot. We're going to do a draft. We're going to do an NFL draft. I said, you pick a number to decide who gets to go first. Of course, that doesn't solve anything. And I'm like, stop fighting, that whole thing. And I was just had it. I got a Ziploc baggie and I was like, shh, load it up, load it up. And then there proceeds to be a giant meltdown at our house yesterday. And I texted my husband, gave him and he like told him what was going on. All he does is send back a GIF of the office of them like dancing in the background partying. And I'm like, yeah, this is my
No.
journey right now. And I'm not having a great time. They're going to get them back if they can stay out of trouble and be nice to each other. But yeah, I called their bluff. I was like, load it up. You're out of here.
why he isn't texting you back?
Have you seen this trend of videos? It is hysterical. Okay, so you think, why isn't he
I sent one to
texting
my
you?
sister-in-law. Yeah, I sent one to my sister-in-law and I said, if you did not lock down my brother, would be him. And it was, is this the same trend? It like cut to him and he was like playing with tractors, like toy tractors in his shop where there's like big tractors in the shop. And I was like, oh my God, my brother would never have had a girlfriend ever.
That's exactly
I
what it is.
swear to
Like
the
you
kid.
think like it's gonna cut to him cheating on her or with some other girl, but the ones that
Yeah.
I saw, like the guy's there and he's playing his, like I think it's Samsung or one of those that the washing machine makes a really long song when it's done, when the cycle's done. So the guy's sitting there with his
I know
guitar and he's
that.
like
Yeah.
playing a song with the washing machine. And it's like that's what he's doing. That's why he's not texting you back.
What he's doing. Also,
I
I feel
have.
like a new trend for that could be why she's not texting you back, and it just shows her reading the text at a stoplight, and then she puts her phone down, and that's it. She forgot.
Yeah.
She mentally responded. She didn't.
She responded in her
That's
head, but then didn't send it.
the worst is when you open a text to send someone something, and then you see the text you never responded to.
Mhm.
Ugh,
Mhm. Mhm. I had one of those the other
I
day where someone wanted to buy beef and I realized I had not responded to that text. So I was like, oh, whoops.
I do like the fact that now you can mark your text messages as unread. So I can read it, know in my mind, and then I can mark it unread. Yeah, you can mark your text messages unread. So then I can go back
The
and,
hell are you talking about?
girl, yes, in your text, hold on.
No,
And one of them will come up
You
as
just
marked as
swipe it
unread.
right. You hold it right.
I don't have that option, guys.
It's right underneath the option to pin or mark as unread, hide alerts, or delete.
Not in the text.
No, like your
No,
like your
like on
I
summary.
the
see now.
everybody about to be on unread.
I got
I'm
Brooks.
putting everybody on unread. That just
Yeah,
helps my mind like sort things.
I definitely just did that to my sister-in-law because I'm not responding to that text message she just asked me. I will get to that later.
I don't know. I feel like we need to be funnier. Bring
Not
your
just us
A game,
laughing,
Mary Kate Scott Pettigo.
not just laughing at your second grade poetry.
Like, should I tell you an anecdote? What do you want to hear about?
Oh, I thought you had one queued up. You're just gonna bring one out of your brain.
I don't
Here,
think
I
I
don't
can do
have my
that. That's
poetry
a
book
great.
like you do.
Well, guys, I guess we're getting another one.
Here we go. Random. Pick a random one.
Friends. I think this must have been a bad day. Friends are special. Friends are good. Friends are something that's not in a book. That doesn't rhyme. Brooke, 1998. What are you doing? Friends are weird and funny too, relevant to you guys. Sometimes friends have no clue about what in the world they're supposed to do.
Still relevant today. She was you were forecasting.
We have decimated this list, so the next time we record, we're really gonna have to like backfill because we have knocked out a lot of stuff on here.
One more. It's called Real Cowboys. I have no idea where this is going, but it feels like it might be great. It was written on January 5th of 1998. Real cowboys are quiet and do what they're told, just like an old donkey that's not very cold. They rope and they ride in the darndest pain. They'll fight for someone's life in the driving rain. Very dramatic, I was. The real cowboys of the big old West are nice to the Indians and some of the rest. Young and old, good and bad. They're all not so big and bad. Some cowboys fight for no stupid reason. They'll fight in the middle of hunting season. They're all human, just like us, all different colors, and some named Gus. Brooksy's name is Gus.
Yeah.
I forecasted my nephew. I need to tell Tori about this. Gus Brooksy. I wrote him into a poetry assignment. You're welcome.
I feel like I'm a
You're-
different
I'll put
person.
it back on my desk. We don't have to do this again. You don't have to listen to my poetry.
That was the best part of my day, actually.
Oh, what if
enjoyed
my
it.
Instagram captions moving forward are just poetry?
Do you, but without saying that that's where they came from, like make people think that you were writing these in real time. Like this is a new phase you're in.
I just like pull them from the book and I'm like, the killer
Today.
tornado. That's the one we're going with.
But
That
don't
one.
tell them like this is circa 1998. Like this is real time. You're writing this. You're in a poetry phase. Please do it. The algorithm is gonna love that.
I
Yeah,
wrote
we're
I have one called A Perfect Friendship. Do you think it's about Stephanie?
Probably.
I hope so.
Wait, have you met her by that point though? If this is elementary
Yeah,
school.
I met her in 1998, 98, fall of 98. This one was written in 2000. So yeah.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
tell you what I was doing in 98. I was 8. I was doing 4-H.
I was
Oh, guys, this has to be about Stephanie. Listen to this line. When I'm having a rough day or feeling down and blue, there's no doubt she'll help me out and help me get through.
Aw.
100% this is about her. I'm going to text this to her.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna hop off because I've got to finish this presentation.
Bye, friend.
Bye. See you later.
Brooke, can you do a send off for us? Like a
And that's all, folks. Thanks for coming to this edition of Out of the Group Chat. Next time we'll see you, I believe the Chiefs will have won the Super Bowl. Over and out.
and more
Like that?
poetry.
And back to my poetry. And I'm gonna read you out with not that one.
What was it about?
My first kiss, apparently. I'm not
Was-
reading that one.
Drop the names. I need to hear this one.
No way. Oh. I will strike to reach my fullest potential. I will work to accomplish my goals. I will be there for my family and friends. Did I write this recently? I will be there for my family and friends. I will try not to trip over my failures and fall into their holes. I will set my dreams up in the clouds, way up in the sky. To find the vine of accomplishments to climb, I will sure try. I will be the person who helps those in need. I will reach my full potential, and then I will succeed.
And star swipe.
And mic drop.
All right, I
This
gotta
is
go.
going to bring me endless amounts of entertainment.
Please put that on your Instagram and pretend like you're doing it in real time.
And then at the end, be like, guess what, guys? I ghost
No,
writ
but you know,
from
all the old ladies are gonna be like, "That's beautiful, Brooke. We're so proud of you, like finding a creative outlet."
yes, 100%. I have like 30 minutes. I have to go create an ad for a sale book for my dad. He called me yesterday and he said, I have an ad that's due 2 weeks ago. Can you make it? No, no direction, no dimensions. He said half page. I said vertical or horizontal. And he said, yes,
Both.
both.
What does he know
He
if it's in
said,
color or black and white or
he
anything?
sure does not know. I said, well, what'd you do for the last one? Are you ready for this? You're not ready.
Yeah, I am.
He said, I took a picture of that ad you made me that's in a sale book somewhere. All right. That's
The
neat.
good news is, do you have the original file of that old ad?
No, I didn't make it.
Oh, you didn't make the original one that he took a picture of.
Correct.
Gotcha.
So I have to go remake it.
Can you imagine like getting that though? A picture of an ad?
Yeah, and then I'm like, he's probably out here being like, my daughter does all my marketing. No, guys, that's not it. That's not it.
Hopefully I've got enough for a podcast. I don't know when I'll get it edited. That's life. Nothing to see back here. Nothing to see.
Nothing to see.
What is going on?
You're just predicting the future. That's all.
You're leaving Easter eggs like Taylor.
What is this amateur hour?
One